YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic in the Town, and we're going to check out some viewer creations here today, and you're probably wondering, wait a minute, we're not in the town, we're in a terrain map. Now, the reason we're doing that is the whole fact that I do have some town creations, but I also have some really awesome off-road vehicles, and we kind of need some terrain to test those out in. Now, I want to go ahead and shoot up a preview on screen of what you guys are going to see tomorrow. We are building a movie studio in the town. I wanted to have that episode out today, but unfortunately, I still need to do a little bit more work on it. I need another maybe 2 or 3 hours on it, and then I think I'll be satisfied. We'll make an episode, and we'll have that out on Saturday for you guys. But anyways, folks, remember if you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, leave this video a thumbs up. It helps out my channel a whole lot, and let's jump right into these sick creations. Man, that was possibly the most uncool thing I've ever said. Sick. Do people say that anymore? I don't know. I guess I'm getting old here. I do love these creations, though. We're going to check out these off-road vehicles, and these are by Rifle Rudd. You've got a 1980 Jeep Wagoneer over here, and we've got an 8-wheeled, it's like a cargo army truck type deal. I think it's just called like an 8-wheeled cargo truck. But I really love off-road vehicles. Maybe it's in my Texas blood that we like stuff that's jacked up off the ground and goes up hills. I don't know. But I love suspension and Scrap Mechanic, and this one's bouncing around a little bit. But check this out. I don't think I've ever seen this done before. Now, these suspension pieces are mounted to the body itself, and they run down onto pipe pieces onto a solid axle. Now, it doesn't end there. I pull out the connection tool. There's a couple free bearings here. And it's almost like the suspension is almost independent, but it's got the solid axle. There's probably a proper term for this, but I really like the way it looks, and I pictured this is going to work pretty good. Same setup in the back here. You've got that. Yeah, really liking the body of this vehicle also. It kind of almost looks like it's got mods on it, but it does not. This is all vanilla. And this is available on Rifle Rudd's workshop, by the way, if you want to download this. I'll link that in the description. But let's check this bad boy out. Let's go off-roading here. Alright, so let's see. Keys, 1 key, door, 2 key, door, 3 key. You guessed it, door, 4 key, door, 5 key, lights. That's all you need. Alright, let's go here. And oh, that's an aggressive suspension. I love the way that looks. You got that really, oh, actually that thing takes bumps really nice too. But yeah, when you nail that gas, that whole back end tucks down, the front end comes up. That is awesome looking. All right, we need to go hit some stuff. Let's see. Let's go and hit this hill there. Look at that. That's actually working remarkably well. I like this a lot. You know, I'm really wanting, I love town builds and I love building structures, but I believe I'm going to also start building some more vehicles again, including stuff like off-road vehicles, because that's really what we started to build our channel on. The town is what sent the channel over the top, but I do want to do some more of this, so we might, we'll do town builds with structures, but I might have a terrain map that I can do some off-road stuff in, and maybe we'll build some courses on it, and probably just try to build some awesome off-road vehicles. If you guys have any suggestions for that, comment below, and tell me what kind of vehicles you want to see. Because I kind of want to get back into that just a bit here in Scrap Mechanic while also keeping my town builds going. But yeah, this thing is a awesome climber. I almost said something else. I'm going to try not to curse here. I get excited when I have off-road vehicles. So yeah, I'm really digging the way this looks. I do want to go try out that 8-wheel vehicle, but look at that. That's so crazy. Even when it goes down, you can see the front suspension shift over. Kind of feels like we're playing spin tires here in Scrap Mechanic. Really digging the way this looks. Let's go ahead and let's hit this bump up here at a fairly decent speed. I'm probably going to wrap it around a tree, actually. Oh, I almost made it there. Okay. That's cool. I really like that. Let's go ahead and we're going to pull back around. Now, there's a couple structures here. That's why this is named a town episode. There is some really cool structures we're going to check out last. I want to go ahead and just get the vehicles out of the way. I think the 8-wheel vehicle lags a bit. I'm getting a little choppy frame rate right now. And I want to say it's because of that behemoth of a vehicle. So, definitely awesome with this Jeep Wagoneer. I want to thank Mr. Rifle Rudd for sending that over, but let's go check out his other vehicle here. Alright, so we've got this 8-wheeled cargo beast of a machine here, and you know what? I think it's kind of doing the same suspension thing. Yeah, you can see the solid axle. The suspension's mounted to the body here, same way here. What about back here? Yep, looks like that's the same setup here. It's really actually working. Does he have the free? Yeah, he does have the free bearings there. Those are not even powered up, so it's kind of neat how that's holding itself up. I have to kind of break that apart and see what's going on there. So you've got that. Oh, did I just delete? Oh, I thought I just deleted something. Let's see. I'm assuming you can open this up. I don't believe this is a troop transport, morely just cargo itself. Yeah, I don't see any like benches or anything. So yeah, you can load up some stuff back there. Looks like you got an air conditioning unit, spare tire. I like the windows. I'm digging that. It's got a really aggressive looking front end. I do like the little sun. I'm assuming this is like a sunscreen type deal here. I think that would actually look really awesome with like some, maybe the floodlights there. That would be pretty cool. So let's hop into this and see how she handles. Okay, I'm assuming this is wired similarly to the last one, I think. Let's see, 1's door, 2's door. Oh, 3's lights, okay. 4's back door. 5, is that like underglow? Where's that light coming from? It's not the floods. There's some other light. Oh, it's in the back. It's the cabin. Okay. Oh, the doors didn't close all the way. I'm pretty sure that's because of the little kind of glitch you get in Scrap Mechanic. If I were to place a block down, it should shut the door. But yeah, it sounds, you can hardly hear them, but I believe this is, yeah, that's an electric motor there. One thing that's been a little disappointing, I think somebody, or I think Scrap Mechanic changed this. I could be wrong. We were talking about this a little bit in Multiplayer Monday. Engine choice in challenges used to be very important because the gas motor, while not having quite the torque that the electric motor has, when you let off with the gas motor, your vehicle would still kind of roll. But with the electric motor, it would have more torque, but when you would let off, it's like somebody slams on the brakes. Like, say if I were to let off here, it's like an instant stop. And I noticed that the gas motor tends to do that more often now. And that's kind of disappointing because I like the difference between the gas and the electric motor. And we were talking about that a little bit in Multiplayer Monday. So it does change when you're building like an off-road vehicle. It kind of changes your mindset on how you want to build it, depending on the motor. And now that's almost gone away. I guess the electric motor does have a bit more torque on it. But I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed about that. I am getting a little bit of lag with this vehicle. I don't know. It doesn't have that many suspension pieces on it, so I'm not really sure. Maybe some of it could be coming off the buildings that we have. But yeah, this is definitely, this is handling the terrain very, very well. It's climbing up this. Let's see if we can climb up some rocks. Let's see. Hit those. You know, I would be afraid that that front end, oh, that's a, okay, we can't climb the log like that. I would be afraid that that front end, with how far it pokes out, that it would bottom and scrape, but it seems to not do that. And I think it's because how aggressive he's got the suspension set up. I'm assuming that's like maybe a 15, even maybe a 20 on the settings there. Because when this thing sets still, it's pretty uncompressed. And that's a lot of weight that it's carrying, so I'm assuming that's what's going on here. But anyways, that's a really awesome creation, and we're going to go check out the structures we have. So we're going to go over there and park this thing and check those out. Alright, so we're on to the more traditional structures that we're going to look at here. And I have to say, this is probably my new favorite exterior of a building that I've ever seen. This thing is, it's like art. Like, I don't know if I'm really good at telling what's actually art, but this actually looks like art to me. This is like a European-style train station. It's got a very, very unique look. I love the trim that's on this. I mean, everything's just great looking. Now, this is by Henry. We've covered some of his creations before. He's sent us some modern houses, and he sent us a big batch of creations, and I didn't want to show them all at once. I kind of wanted to break it down a little bit, because if not, he'd have like 2 episodes with the amount of stuff he sent us. But yeah, this is all available on his workshop if you want to check that out. But yeah, really, really digging this. Now check out the spider web, because this is a little crazy. Those are gargoyles on the sides, on the corners, and up by the main dome. Those are made of 7, I think I'm counting 7 bearings in each of those. That is madness. That is really cool. I don't think this building would really fit in the town. 1, because it's really big, and 2, we're morely modern in the town. This is morely a European style, but definitely thought this would be good to show off here. So you've got the, you know, I don't know if that's NR or HR. I want to say maybe it's HR because Henry, but it kind of looks like an N. Now he said this isn't actually based on one building. He completely made this thing up, and I would figure that like he had a reference picture of some sort of picture to go off of, because that's normally how I build structures. But if he came up with this off the top of his head, that's really amazing. So yeah, I'm loving the dome up there. You've got a clock up here. It says 1880, so this is definitely an old train station. Even the molding that he's got around the door, like these bearings here with the pipe pieces going up, that is fantastic looking. Now, I do believe this was built probably before the glass update. This is, I'm guessing, one of his older creations. Either that or maybe he did mean to put the tile glass in there. Maybe it's just the older style of glass. I could be completely wrong about that. So yeah, look at this open lobby area. This is fantastic. You've got the HR or NR back there. This is the front desk. I believe there's a, yep, we'll switch back there, light up the lobby. You've got all the lights up here at the top. You've got one up in the dome. That looks like that was probably very tedious to do, how he's kind of carved out the blocks there. I'm hearing a controller going on. I wonder if it's the, let's see. There's controllers up in the lights. I don't wonder if something's kind of stuck and it's trying to correct itself. What's over here? Looks like we've got lights. I think these are identical on, like, say this is a wing, like a left wing, and you got the right wing over here. Looks like you've got a bunch of benches set out. You would be able to sit down, wait for your train, assuming it's probably like a steam engine train. Very cool. Even the inside, the detail here, from the molding on the roof here, the windows, this like in-between piece here. He's even using these little buttons. That's awesome. I need to get better about using little pieces like that in some of my builds. That's kind of why I'm going back and doing a couple more things to the movie studio. That way I can put a little more detail in it for you guys. So hey, you've got this. Now this just leads right out to an empty spot. He's got some other track stuff or train stuff on his workshop. I don't know if he's got a working train. Normally I use the Sam H Dev track. That's a fairly, I would say it's a fairly non-laggy train. That's the main thing in Scrap Mechanic when it comes to trains is lag. What can you get away with is what you need to ask yourself when you do trains. So I haven't really checked out some of his train-related items except for the train station here, but I'm assuming you can mount something back here, and that would actually look really awesome. So definitely thanks to him for sending this over. We've got one more creation of his. It's actually a house. We probably could have done this in the neighborhood, but since we're already here on the terrain map, I went ahead and spawned it out here. So this is a house that he's made. Now, I would say this is not a modern house. He's normally sent me modern houses. I want to say this is a little bit older style house. Maybe from the 60s, 70s, 80s. This kind of reminds me of my old house. It wasn't green. Now, question is, I do believe he's from a European country. Is this a European style house? It kind of looks a bit like an American house, but I could be wrong. Let's check out the inside. Looks like you've got, what's this over here, like a doorbell or something? Oh, it's one of those little sensor lights, or motion detector lights. Well, we had a couple of these at our house. It's kind of really annoying if you have animals outside because they run in front of it and you think somebody's out there and it's just your dog ran across. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And walk into here. This is a greenhouse. This is green. Oh, you know what? I'm actually kind of digging these colors. I like this green and gray mix. You got that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's look at our spider web here. Okay, there's lights here. Those are lights. I always like to light up the house. Looks like we got one over here. Let's go ahead and light everything up real quick. All right. You know what? I don't know what it is about the grass on the walls. I've used it before too. It's some sort of art. I've seen quite a few people doing that. I don't get it. But anyways, let's walk around here. Oh, it looks like, is that even on a bearing? It's little details like that. That's just absolutely crazy. You've got the picture. It's slightly slanted off. All right, so this is a very open style house. I don't mind houses like this. I'm a little more of a cozy guy, but I like the kitchen kind of open into the living room style house. That's neat. Uh-oh, we've got a fridge here. What's in it? We've got a duck. There is a duck. Gotta have ducks in the fridge. It's mandatory basically for my creations. If you have a fridge, better have a duck. So I've got that. We've got a sink here, nice little counter space, maybe a little storage area down here, stove. Come around, here's your flat screen TV. That's kind of a unique looking light and couch. Oh, that's actually really cool. So we've got that. What's this over here? Bathroom. Okay. Oh, we need some blinds up here. The neighbors might be looking in on us. That's one thing if I had a suggestion. Let's put some blinds on this. It's kind of hard to make blinds in scrap mechanics. A lot of times you just use like a concrete piece and kind of put it over each side, maybe leave like a block or two empty in the middle. So yeah, you've got that, and you've got your toilet here. I'm assuming that's lights. Yeah, lights there. And you've got your little shower. Okay. Now, I saw this when I walked in. I was like, okay, there's stairs to this house. So there's an attic up there, but I have a feeling it's not an attic. I think it's like morely bedrooms up there because there's nothing down here as far as beds. This leads out to a, oh, there's a car in here? Okay, all right, well, we have a car in here. Oh, that's neat. I did not notice that. I'm pretty sure, I wonder if it said that in the description. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Let's check upstairs real quick. What's this? Looks like stair lights. Oh, okay. I like these stairs. I actually like this glass on here. It's kind of neat looking. All right, you know what? This has to be maybe a European style house because we normally, like there's a little laundry area up here, and I'm assuming this leads, what's this? Lights. I'm assuming this leads to bedrooms. Yeah, normally we don't have houses like this. This is cozy. I like cozy. All right, so we've got that. That's maybe a kid's room, I'm assuming with the 2 beds there. Got a little storage stuff for toys, clothes. Pop over here. Okay, this looks like the master bedroom. Got a little storage cabinet here, computer setup. Everybody's got a computer set up in their house. Okay, that's fairly tight up there. I like it. I like cozy. That's not for everybody, of course. Some people love wide open spaces, but you got kind of the best of both worlds here. You've got wide open in the bottom, tight and cozy up top. Now, I did spot something on the blueprint here, or when I was looking at it on the lift. There's a lawnmower here, and this lawnmower, it actually caught my eye. It looks fantastic. No, it doesn't actually move. It's got bearings loading it, or it's welded to the bottom. I don't think it even, no, I don't even think it even works. I'm looking at the engine here, I'm like, oh, does this turn on? That's cool looking though, it's a little hand mower. It's got a nicely groomed yard. I would love to have a yard this size. Like, that's gotta be the easiest thing to mow. You just go up and down a couple times and you're done. So you've got that, this looks like a party area. Looks like we're set up for a party out here. I actually like this patio. This is really nice looking. Got that, you got a nice little setting area. You've got your juice over here or whatever beverage you like to drink. You got that. House has kind of got this really nice feel. It's got the plants on the side, got a kind of a smaller fence. But yeah, I can dig that house. I do think we need to check this out though. What is this in here? There we go. Wait, is this a bug? This kind of looks like an older style bug. Hold on, let's cut that off. Oh, okay. Okay, there's where he's got all the controllers. I was kind of wondering where that was at. All right. Whoa, suspension, it's going crazy. Oh, it's freaking out. Hold on. I might be stuck. All right, let's see if we can get out. Oh no, what's happening? Come on, scrap mechanic, let me out of the house. Oh, stuff's gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. Squeeze out, squeeze it, suck it in. All right, we're gonna need to move this. Yeah, I've complained about this a lot. Suspension in Scrap Mechanic ever since the update, while I love the ability to adjust it, it's got a little freakier. Like, it's done some stuff where I'm like, what is going on here? Now, I do kind of dig this vehicle. It's a mini vehicle. It looks kind of like a, I want to say it's kind of like a bug, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just an older style vehicle. That doesn't look very safe. That's the only thing. If I have a complaint, my head's kind of poking out the front. So if we have a collision, I might be in bad shape here. And what in the heck is... Oh. Is there a suspension glitch? No, there's not even a suspension glitch. Let's reset it real quick, see if that will fix that. What is happening here? Let's, can we flip this over? No, it's just a suspension piece. What's going on, game? It's freaking out, but, we're gonna tough through it here. Let's go ahead, hop in. Okay, 1's doors, 2's back doors, 3's lights. It's like a little older car. It's seen better days. Maybe its suspension's all screwed up. Actually drives quite well. It's got a nice turning radius. That's cool. Suspension's still doing that, but other than that, it's not a bad vehicle here. I always kind of like when people send me houses and there's like a little vehicle in the garage and oh. All right, so I guess that's the game telling me you've had enough of this vehicle. Definitely nice seeing that, but I do want to thank the creators here today, Mr. Henry and Rifle Rudd. But anyways, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Scrap Mechanic. Do join us tomorrow for the Town Movie Studio. I think it's going to be a pretty epic little video there. We've got a lot of stuff to show you guys, so hopefully you enjoy that. But anyways, folks, if you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel, and we will see you guys next time on Scrap Mechanic. Thank you.